Let's talk about the English proficiency requirement when you are applying for the fully funded scholarships. One among the things which are required in most of the scholarships is to make sure that you meet the English proficiency requirement. I know you are one among the people who have studied and used English language as the medium of instruction. But remember, English language is not your native language. So for instance, if you are in Kenya, or you are in Ghana, you are in Tanzania, you can say, I went to international school, or I studied from primary school to university, I used the English. But they want to know if you know English. Because they're the one giving you the money, they can decide and make sure that these are the things we are using to determine who is competent and who is able to undertake these studies. So, majority of the scholarships, fully funded scholarships, will require you to take the English proficiency test. So, there are two major tests. There is American test, there is the British version test. American test is test of English as a foreign language, TOEFL. There are inside that one there is paper-based, whatever, but the most one you are supposed to do is the IBT, internet-based test. And then there is another one, British version, is called International English Language Testing System, IELTS. It's expensive to take this test because the 12th exam is about $215. And if you are going to take the British version, it is about $300 US. It doesn't matter whether you are going to study in England or UK in general or in America or any country. They are widely accepted either way. So you can take the 12th but still go to study in England. You can take the IELTS and still study in the US or any other country. So they are accepting both exams. These exams, I want you to understand, they are not going to test your intelligence. These exams are proficiency, are going to test you, your ability or understanding of the English part. For that particular reason, whether you are going to study bachelor's degree, master's, or doctorate, you will still do the same exam. So someone with the high school will do the same exam with someone who is going to study PhD. And you'll be surprised, sometimes you might not get the correct answers because it's not going to test how much you know and your intelligence. They are going to test your proficiency. So there are 4 sections in all these exams. They are going to test you English writing, reading, listening, and speaking. You might be surprised, you might have masters in English or linguistics and still not get good score because there are techniques on each section of these exams. I will make a separate video to explain in detail how to prepare for these exams, but in a very high level. As I said, they are going to test the proficiency. So, if you ask a question, and let's say you write, he come here every day, that's grammatical wrong. It was supposed to be he comes here every day. It doesn't matter whether you have PhD or what was the bigger point you put. Is it grammatical incorrect? So they don't care about your PhD, your master's, whatever level you have. What they want is your proficiency level. So that's you need to understand. They want to see the logical flow when you are going to moving from one sentence to another. How do you start another paragraph? How do you use preposition? How do you use pronouns? How do you use everything in those particular areas? They want to know kind of that. So if you go to the basic principles of languages, you'll be able to pass well, regardless of what level you have. You have to practice a lot. Majority of us don't have the tradition or the behavior of reading so fast. We are reading textbook in our comfort home or in school, but we don't get used to reading comprehension fast and answer the question right away. And all the questions are multiple choice, exception of the writing. If it's just sometimes you have to write something or it's multiple choice, sometimes it's very confusing. So you have to practice a lot. Again, majority of us, even if we know English, let's say if you don't live in a country which the native is English speaking, you can speak English, but you speak English with the people of your own accent. You are in Kenya. You speak English very well, but you are used to hear Kenyan accent or African accent or British accent. A little bit. You are watching news, you understand BBC or CNN, but remember when you are watching, you see a person there on the screen. You are watching a movie, you see a movie, you can understand well because there are actions. But on these exams, you can put headphone and you are going to hear, listening. The English comes direct here on your ear and you don't see a person. Have you tried to do those kind of exercises to listen to different accent, American or British accent, direct here while your eyes are closed without seeing any picture? How quickly are you able to understand and answer the questions very right? So that's why we need to do a lot of exercise. It's not about how smart you are. There are techniques you need to know. So, I know there are few scholarships which don't require you to take the English proficiency test. But if you are fully determined to apply and want to get fully funded scholarships, I will advise you find a way to take one of these exams. You're supposed to take one, not two. You take one of these exams. In another video, I'll explain which exam should you take or which one is easier. But at this moment, choose one exam you have to do. Because if you are waiting for only scholarships which don't require the test, they might post maybe 20 scholarships fully funded. And maybe 2 you are qualifying. Oh, chevening this year, they say you are not supposed to take the English proficiency test. Good, you are applying. But what if you don't get? And you miss the opportunity to apply for 15 other scholarships because you didn't take the English proficiency test. While you are delaying to take the English proficiency test, the guys in Nigeria over there, they are taking the test. People in India, they are taking the test. People in China, they are taking the test. People in Nepal are taking the test. People in Saudi Arabia are taking the test. So it's you who doesn't take the test, while others are taking. So they will beat you, and they are going to get the scholarships, and you will end up complaining, saying that these scholarships are favoritism to some other people. But did you meet the qualification, my friend? No. So if you are going to any competition, prepare yourself to the highest level possible of competition. Don't wait for the sympathy that, I don't have the $200, I cannot take this test. But you have the money to buy the bundle every single day for the internet and watch a movie or something on your phone. Find a way to take the test. Find a way to meet the requirements so that you can be one among the people to apply as many as possible opportunities and be having higher chances of getting these scholarships. So don't wait. Can you give me the waiver? I studied this one and I know the language. While you ask for the waiver, another person got higher scores on that particular test and has more other qualifications than you. So while you are asking for the waiver, another person doesn't need it for the waiver and is meeting the requirements. They will take the person who took extra step and initiative to apply and take everything into his own hands. That means this is a committed person than you. So start by going to be qualifying by taking the English proficiency test, so that you can be able to have higher chances to apply as many as possible opportunities. I made a video about how many scholarships you need to apply. So trust me, apply as many as possible. For me, I took the test and I applied 25 scholarships.